Hi everybody, I'm Shannon. I'm a tech artist here at Epic Games. I'm here to talk to you today about some of our existing resources, some of the ones we've just released, some of the stuff we're working on, and just letting you know how we're helping educators teach Unreal Engine. You've met Lewis, and I'm Tom, and we are all of education at Unreal Engine. Almost the whole department is here today to represent. But more importantly, we're your connection to Epic Games. Lewis right there. I just started in December, so I'm not going to just imagine. But that's really important because we're very accessible and we have access to all of this amazing talent and can use that to help you teach and to get your students up to speed so that they can get jobs. We have a ton of stuff already developed and we've been working on it for years. We focus a lot on self-learners and people who are picking up the engine on their own. We have lots of documentation, API references. We have troubleshooting guides for studios and people working on projects that are hitting walls. We have awesome video tutorials and tons of stuff up on YouTube. Chris just talked about our new video tutorials and our learning system. We're really working to make sure that anything that you want to learn in the engine, there's a resource for you to just find and start downloading that knowledge. It's a massive tool set, and there's so much to cover. And we do things in hopefully the right format for each thing. So we try and populate our documentation with really good technical details. We try and put forth a lot of new information through our training streams every week. So when we have new features and do something cool, we'll try and get someone who actually worked on it or created it up on the stream for an hour or two, and they'll talk directly to the community, and you can ask questions, get feedback, really see how it was made, which is incredibly powerful. They're not just someone who learned it on their own and is now teaching you. These are the people who put it together. And so we also have a YouTube series. We have tons of videos on YouTube. We have training videos. We also record, of course, all of our training streams and events like these. So there's a huge amount of resources for that. We also have tons of content that we've developed. In our launcher, you can access tons of content that's developed directly by Epic and released to the community for free. These are assets that were professionally developed by our senior developers, and then we put them out there. And they're wonderful learning resources. You can dig into them, and then you can use them for your own stuff. And that's really, really cool, because we want to make sure that if you're a game designer and you want to make some cool game, you're not having to figure out an art pipeline and figure out a material pipeline. You can pull a character and pull some sound effects and some visual effects, and you can build your game design without having to worry about these other things. This is super powerful for students too, because students are going down a single path, and to try and learn the entire engine is too much to bear for even professionals. So this lets them focus on what their passion is, focus on what they're good at, and leave the rest to Epic. So you can access these through our launcher, and they download. You can pull them up, look at how we made them, and then you can merge them into your own games. And you can ship them. Our license is basically you have to use it in Unreal Engine. That's kind of it, otherwise it's free. In addition to that, we also have a ton of stuff up on the marketplace. This is even more content that Epic has created and put up free. Many of these are demos that you've seen demoed at GDC and SIGGRAPH, and we work hard to clean them up and get them into a really presentable format. And those that we can release, we do. We're often stopped by issues with licensing. You know, we'll use assets that other people will from skin scans and sound effect libraries. So sometimes it's not feasible for us to share everything. If we could, we would love to. We find that being able to see how Epic does things is hugely valuable to learners and educators, because you can see what our intention is, and you're not inferring why something is that way or a feature is in the engine. You can see exactly why we did it and how we use it in production. Most of these are actual production assets. The Infinity Blade assets, for example, shipped games. So you can see true mobile, shippable, high-quality assets, and what flies and what doesn't. In addition, there's a huge community. And the community is super active, super helpful, and super inclusive. It's an amazing community. I highly recommend joining the Unreal Slackers group. It's actually no longer on Slack. It started on Skype originally, and then it moved to Slack and got the great Unreal Slackers name. And now it's on Discord because it's grown so big. I don't know, I can't quite read
They
that.
hit the max number for Slack.
What was that?
It's because they hit the max number of users for Slack.
Right, I think they just broke 10,000. An absolute huge number. And here on this list you can see too, where's that laser button? So we've also got Epic staff hangs out in here all day. They should be developing games, but no, they're on Discord. But you can message us directly. You know, we're not on there to lurk. I think a lot of us do, but if you see me on there, you can send me a message, and I'm happy to start up a little chat if I've got time. And we also have some awesome moderators and community members, and they've been active since the very beginning of Unreal 3 and 4. So these are really great resources. Even the people who aren't Epic employees are just absolute monsters in their field. So this is a wonderful place. And then it's also categorized. So, and you can see all of these are white because they're active. They've all got new messages constantly. This isn't like some dead. We've also got forums. So if you want to post your projects and get feedback in a more traditional forum format, they're there. They're also very active. And then we also have an answer hub, which is a self-help sort of support system. So you can, if all of those fail and no one has the answer, you can post up your question up to Answer Hub, and hopefully some more technical people will find that for you. And there's also another great community. So each of these communities also kind of has their individual flavor and their individual members. There's very few people who kind of exist in all of them. So if one fails and no one there knows what to do, just try out the next one and you'll probably eventually find an answer. So all of these things are great for self-starters and self-learners. You know, people who know what they're looking for, they've got a goal, they've got a game they want to make, but they're not really designed for educators. And we at Epic know that those resources are special. They're not what most learners want to see. But as someone who's trying to teach the engine, you need something in addition. And you need some additional resources that are specifically geared towards your needs. And that's what Lewis and I are here to do, in part. And one of those things are our textbooks. Textbooks are hugely important. These 3 books that are out right now are completely approved by Epic Games. Our technical writers and technical experts have read them, vetted them, make sure that everything in them is accurate. They're very high quality. They're published by Pearson Books. They're a fantastic resource. The game development in 24 hours is broken down into 24 one-hour exercises, basically. It's a great place to start building curriculums and building your lectures. The VR cookbook is also very much like that. It's got its own, recipes, and you can take those recipes and build lessons from them. And then the book in the middle of my book is much more for the non-gaming side. As Chris talked about, it's a huge market that's exploding really fast. And my book really focuses much more on the data pipeline and lighting and rendering and building things for non-gaming uses. And everyone here today, I think you probably all picked them all up already, get a 35% discount through code. And you maybe already got that one. You can buy it again. Buy it. So in addition to the books, all of those books are approved by Epic Games. We have read them, we've provided feedback, and made sure that they are all read. There's a lot of other resources out there. One of the most prominent is PACT. And PACT produces a lot of great books from the community. So these books are all written by members of the community. You'll find them on the Discord chat, on the Unreal Slackers, and on the Answer Hub as well. And this is just a sampling. They've also broken into videos, and they've got books that go all the way back to Unreal 3, so it's a great resource. And they are generally of very good quality. We haven't vetted them, though, so they don't carry our logo, but certainly they're a great resource. And of course, they're a book, so you pass it out and do the things you can do with a book that you can't do with a video or a page. And today you get a 50% discount with the coupon that you should grab at the front. So we've also got some new resources that we've been working on. We've been talking to you for years and learning what it is that you need from us to better prepare your students and better prepare your own curriculums. As I said, your needs are different than most of our learners' needs. You're not specifically learners. You might not even be learning the engine, but need to teach it. These are things that our usual resources just can't cover. So we've been working really hard to produce some resources that are specifically for educators. And the first that I'd like to announce are our instructor's guides. The instructor's guides are complete lectures, quizzes, a whole set of everything you need to just start teaching Unreal today. And I'm proud to announce that starting April 1st, you'll be able to sign up at unrealengine.com/educators. And you can sign up there and get access starting April 1st. The access isn't up right now, but there's also a link to our newsletter. And as soon as the access is up, we'll send out a newsletter. So if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll know right away. And the first two we've got is one for our VR cookbook. It's a fantastic set of lessons, again, based around the recipes, and goes through the lessons taught in the book. And then the second one is Game Development with Unreal Engine 4, which actually isn't built on a book. It's written by Chris Murphy, our evangelist, technical evangelist for Australia and Pacific. And it's much more a broad level of game development and game design sort of course, but taught through the lens of Unreal Engine. So, teaches you the basics of gameplay frameworks and movement and interaction, but really through how to teach that with Unreal, with lessons. So like I said, there's Lectures and lessons, most of them have 12 to 24 lectures in them for you to choose. There's teacher's notes, so there's a doc file in there that will teach you everything that you need to know about the lesson. So you don't have to learn the book and learn that, it's all right there for you. The quizzes and tests are already pre-made. The Teach Yourself in 24 Hours has quizzes and lectures in the book, or sorry, quizzes and tests in the book, but we've gone ahead and put those in a Word file for you, so you don't have to go and copy them out and pass them out. It's done for you. We've got terminology again so that you can help level up your own skills. And source and project files, several of them include the source files and the project files so you can take them apart and you don't have to build up a lesson file. It's just a zip, download it, start working with this. And as an example, here's a little peek into one of them. Those source files. Here's the instructor's guide with the terminology and quizzes and the slides. So you get a ton of content. We've really worked hard on these, and these again are also EPIC vetted. These have been through experts at EPIC in each of these topics, and we've made sure that everything is really tight and it's teaching exactly what you need to know. So we've got more guides in production. They're in several stages of production right now, but over the year we'll be releasing these. We hope by the end of summer to have a couple more out for you so that you can use them in your fall classes. Again, sign up for the newsletter, and as we release these, we'll let you know. In addition to these guides, there's been just an absolute flood of content from Epic Games. Recently, we've released the Soul City and Soul Cave assets. Again, these are really high quality content by Epic Games, released to the marketplace for you to use in whatever you want. And we just really announced yesterday the Paragon assets. Now, these Paragon assets are amazing resources. It's $12 million worth of art, sound, animation, props, characters, and all of it is at the absolute highest level of quality, with AAA plus stuff. And for students, there's almost never an opportunity. You can't pop in your favorite game typically and pull out those assets and spin them around and see them and open the materials and look at the textures. That's just, sometimes you might get a model viewer. Yay, model viewer, we all love model viewer. But this takes it even further. This is licensed under the same level license as all of our other content. So you can take anything in here and use it for your own projects. Right? That's a huge level up for so many people because there's, look at those beautiful textures and lighting, and all of the effects for their attacks and the sound effects are all included. And as the year goes on, we'll be releasing more and more of this content. I wanted to add too that the teacher's guides are released under Creative Commons licensing. We also believe in a very liberal license, so whatever's in there, you can modify and change and share. As long as you're following the rules of Creative Commons, please, they're there for you to build your stuff. And hey, if you make an awesome version of the teacher's guide, we'd love to know, and we'll happily share it and help everybody out. That's all the stuff you have to go over. So, education at Epic Games is focused on focused on increasing our capability and scope to provide you assets and resources that you need. There's only 2 of us. We would love to visit every single school. We'd love to give a lecture to everybody and get everyone on board, but it's just not feasible. So we're trying to work really hard on these sorts of things to help reach out to you and give you what you need so that you can get started and just help everyone that's teaching adopt Unreal Engine. So as we move into the future, we want to improve what we have, We want to make some new stuff. And really we want to make sure the education community around Unreal Engine is thriving. We want to empower students and educators so that when students come to you and say, I've got to do it in Unreal, you can say, hey, great, this is how we do it. It's really, really important for us so that that path is smooth for you and that it exists and that you don't just hit a roadblock of opening up our editor and go, that's too much. So I want to thank you for coming today. And